Coming up on BG Weekly, it's the second year for a new BG tradition. What brought over 80 people to the area at 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning?
And while it may be all sunshine and fluffy clouds outside, now Mother Nature can change things in an instant. BG24's Aaron May has more for Ohio's Severe Weather Awareness Week.
Plus, the total solar eclipse is only 18 days away. We've got team coverage on how to protect your eyes, the campus watch party, and an exclusive piece of solar eclipse music.
Live from the campus of Bowling Green State University.
The results for Ohio's primary election are in. Hello and welcome into BG Weekly on BG24. I'm Megan Stibley.
And I'm Blake Pierce. Tuesday, Ohioans had the chance to vote in both local and national primary races. In this primary election, voters had the chance to choose who they want to see on the November ballot. In the presidential race, former President Donald Trump won the Republican vote, and President Joe Biden winning the Democratic vote. For the U.S. Senate, Republican Bernie Moreno and Democrat Sherrod Brown won their races. For Ohio District 5, which includes Wood County, there were two races. For the U.S. House, Democrat Keith Mundy and Republican Bob Lada came out on top. And for the State House, Democrat Meredith Lawson Rowe won.
What were you doing this past Saturday at 6 a.m.? Were you sleeping? Maybe you're out taking an early morning stroll? Here's how about 80 people started their weekend.
Around 80 people were up at 6 a.m. ready to complete the Norwegian foot march by walking 18.6 miles with a 25-pound pack. Silas Holm traveled from Wright State University to complete the march for a second time.
I like to prove to myself that I can do these things, that I'm able. And it just feels good when you finish it and you're like, yeah, I just ran 18 miles. I can do this.
This event was put on by BGSU's Ranger Club. Jacob Morano is the president of the club and is very happy with how the event turned out.
It's been a little stressful the last few weeks with planning and stuff, just because obviously this is a big event. But you know, standing here and seeing everybody step off and knowing that they're all out there just walking now, like that's the easy part. So, right, it's definitely satisfying.
Clarence Derlitt came from The Ohio State University to participate in his first ever ruck. He was the second person to finish with a time of 3 hours and 14 minutes.
First march, I gotta be honest, it was a little brutal, but I mean, I've been preparing for like 2 years now, so definitely just something that I really wanted to accomplish, so it felt like really good to get it done and be amongst some other peers of mine.
The promotion this time around helped make the event successful.
I know there was a lot of outreach and the advertisements were pushed really well, so we got a lot of the word out to people that we didn't have last year. We've got people from all over coming out here to do this.
The participants represented around 24 military units, including Army ROTC programs, National Guard units, Reserve units, and even the Marine Corps.
Last year was our first one doing it, so this is our second annual, and we only hope to grow more next year and make a third annual.
Well, turning to something happening today, BG Falcon Media's Claire Mitchell and Steve Iwanek are emceeing the annual TEDx BGSU. TED Talks are popular online for creative ideas on how to make communities a better place. The X in TEDx means the set of talks are independently organized by BGSU. The overall theme for the event is for the public good. Speakers' topics fell into categories including be curious, collaboration, reframe, take action, and share your story. Organizers say events like these give the community a platform to voice their ideas.
I've gone down the TED Talk rabbit hole on YouTube myself, but when you're in the room, when you're watching community members, even if you don't have a direct connection to the topic, these speakers are so talented and they're so passionate about their ideas that they're sharing today. So just hearing them, you can get inspiration, get knowledge that you didn't know before, and just walk out of it a better person than you walked in.
Organizers say if you felt inspired by today's event, they're already taking applications for next year's TEDx.
This week is Severe Weather Awareness Week in Ohio. Let's bring in BG24's Aaron May, who has a special report on how to tell the difference between tornado watches and tornado warnings. Aaron?
Yeah, Megan. Last Thursday, we saw a tornado outbreak in the state that began with a tornado watch late in the afternoon, and tornado warnings were later issued for various tornadoes down 75 between Dayton and Bowling Green. Two notable tornadoes that occurred were an EF2 tornado that happened just down the road in Hancock County and an EF3 tornado in Auglaize and Logan counties that unfortunately took about 3 lives and 27 injuries in the Indian Lake area. It's extremely important to listen to watches and warnings even when you cannot see a tornado. But what we should do under a tornado warning is take cover. But how do you know what to do? So right here I have my favorite example, the taco watch and the taco warning. The taco watch means all the ingredients are put together, they're all in the same area, they're there. And so the National Weather Service will issue a tornado watch to say, hey, the ingredients are there, they're ready. But I'm going to step out of the way for you, and we're going to have what I like to call a taco warning. The taco's there, it's been put together. Right here, we have the taco, it's in the room with us. We have a tornado. All the ingredients have been put together and have created a tornado. That is exactly what this taco represents. So what should you do whenever you have a tornado, or in this case, a taco, in your area? Well, right here we have the best way to go, brought to you by the National Weather Service. Whatever you do, do not go onto the top floor of your building. One of the first things to go in a tornado is the roof. You do not want to be there, you're in danger of flying debris. You want to move to the lowest floor of your building, okay? You want to go under a staircase or in a basement, whatever can protect you from flying debris. The most interior room is also a great option, or your bathroom in the bathtub. Do not hang out outside. If you're in a vehicle, it sounds crazy, dive into a ditch. It is safer than being under an overpass, which creates a wind tunnel and puts you in bigger danger for high winds and flying debris. Now, on a bit of a lighter note, the weather has been a lot better than this for today and the rest of the week than severe weather. Today we're seeing about 38 degrees and lots of sun, but we are going to still be dipping down below freezing at about 28 degrees. Winds will be hanging out at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now tomorrow we are going to be seeing a bit of an increase in the temperatures, but I do expect a rain-snow mix, especially later, but I don't expect any snow accumulation, with highs around 53, lows around 28, and it's going to be a bit breezier at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Looking ahead to the rest of the week, we're going to be seeing a nice slow drop-off once again on Saturday, and we're going to move up with some sun with a high of 43 on Sunday. We're really going to bring up our temperatures about 60 degrees on Monday, and on Tuesday we're going to be seeing some rain, but it's just going to be showers. I'm not expecting really any severe weather to move into the area, so the weather's looking better. We're getting out of that severe rut that we've been in, but I have to say I'm sorry if I tacoed about this for a while. It was good to come out on my show for a little bit. Now let us toss it back over to the newsroom to you, Megan.
Thanks, Aaron, and happy Severe Weather Awareness Week. I hope this wasn't too cheesy for our viewers.
Well, we're a little over 2 weeks out from the total solar eclipse. City leaders claim the historic event is going to bring hundreds of thousands of people to the Bowling Green area. While stargazers are gearing up to watch, businesses are preparing for an overflow of guests, and students at BGSU's College of Musical Arts have been busy, composing their hearts away. BG24's Claire Mitchell met with 2 of them and has that story.
These instruments, these electronic instruments, are running through a set of pitches, all at their own rate.
Hayden Mesnick, a BGSU senior composition major, is explaining how he made his latest piece.
All right, I'll show you one more instrument.
And how this piece was inspired by the total solar eclipse.
The piece is called Drone Piece 9561. 9561 is the technical name of this eclipse.
The shortest version is around 15 minutes long, and Mesnick wasn't the only one moved by this celestial phenomenon.
I think I call that when the serpent swallows the sun, after like the myth of like they swallowing the sun.
Young Suk Jung is a BGSU student getting his master's degree in music and composition. His piece is just under 8 minutes.
I like space. I think space is cool. Eclipse in particular have this like being a very once in a lifetime kind of quality.
New age synthesizer music from the 80s. So it's very sparse texturally.
And no, these weren't assignments. Both pieces were composed on their own accord and will be debuted in the Dwight Perry Stadium on April 8th.
I want them to just kind of like bask in some of the sounds, and I want them to be able to just kind of listen and hopefully hear some of the sounds change and sparkle and come back.
I think a good piece affects me emotionally and makes me think. So it's sort of stimulating both the emotional and intellectual sides.
Reporting for BG24.
Are you proud of it?
Yeah.
I'm Claire Mitchell.
BGSU students are getting a front row seat for an experience of a lifetime. Jenna DeBlasi tells us why you might want to stay on campus for the total solar eclipse.
Picture this, more than 24,000 people crowded right here in just a few weeks. I'm Jenna DeBlasi with what to expect at the largest event on campus for the total solar eclipse.
Do you have plans on April 8th?
Going back to my hometown, we're actually on the path of totality, like the exact path. But my one fear is about getting back home on time for class on my 8 a.m. on Tuesday. So if I don't go home, I'm probably just going to stay here and enjoy it.
Well, BGSU is hosting a once-in-a-lifetime watch party at the Dwight L. Perry Stadium with gates open to all.
Anybody can come. Everybody's welcome. We say come early and stay late.
The moment of totality, where the sun is completely covered by the moon, only lasts up to 3 minutes, but this event will be an afternoon full of entertainment.
We're aiming for at least 20 different tables, 20 different activities that are related to eclipses that are both fun and educational. Falcon Marching Band will be playing, and we'll have bouncy houses and mini golf set up on the football field. And perhaps most importantly, we'll have a number of telescopes set up.
One thing to keep in mind during the watch party is to wear protective eyewear.
It's vitally important to wear the protective eyewear before and after totality. You do want to take it off during those 3 minutes of totality though, because the sun will be blocked by the moon and it will be faint enough so that you can look at it directly with your unaided eyes.
Free glasses will be available the week before the eclipse all around campus and will also be handed out at the stadium.
The university bought 50,000 glasses, which is plenty for everybody on campus.
Dr. Layden says this large-scale event has been in the works for years.
It started really in about 2019 with a memo to the dean and to the provost to sort of pitch the idea of a project.
If you are concerned about the weather,
be sure to dress warmly, bring rain gear because April showers happen, and we will try to press on with a program.
And Dr. Layden says that even if the weather is cloudy, the Jumbotron will display a clear version of the total solar eclipse viewed from a different location. Reporting for BG24, I'm Jenna DeBlasi.
If you plan on attending the total solar eclipse watch party at the Dwight, gates will open at noon.
Well, the total solar eclipse is less than 3 weeks away, and BGSU has got your eyes covered. Free solar eclipse glasses will be available April 1st through April 8th across BGSU's campus. They'll be available in the Student Union and dining and residence halls. The library and the rec center will have them as well. The glasses have a beak on the front and feathers on the sides, allowing students to show their Falcon pride. They also meet the international ISO standard to protect your eyes during the eclipse. Even though 50,000 pairs of glasses have been purchased by the university, astronomy expert Dr. Layden says you should not wait to get a pair.
By getting your glasses early, you make sure that you have a pair. If you're going home for the weekend, you can take it home with you and come back. If you're not joining us at the stadium, you're still obviously welcome and encouraged to use the glasses for your own safety and protection wherever you may be around Bowling Green or Ohio.
Glasses will also be passed out during the watch party at the Dwight Perry Football Stadium on April 8th.
Coming up in sports, BGSU women's basketball postseason begins tonight.
That's right, the Falcons are back in the WNIT for the second straight season.
Plus, a player on the BGSU hockey team is continuing playing career past college and moving up to the professional level.
BG24 Sports is brought to you by the Falcon Media Sports Network. Hello everyone, I'm Lucas Kleinmeyer. Last night at the Stroh Center, BGSU men's basketball season came to an end. The Falcons fell 77-75 to Purdue Fort Wayne, losing in the first round of a College Insiders tournament. A game that went down to the final play. The Falcons had 4 players record double-digit points, with junior guard Marcus Hill leading the team with 26 points on the night. But in the end, it wasn't enough. Despite their early exit, head coach Todd Simon reflects on how the program has progressed in just 1 year.
A lot of boxes this year in terms of building an expectation to win, an expectation in the classroom, an expectation in the weight room, an expectation off the floor, and community service. So we built those expectations now. Now it's about filling in the cracks.
The Falcons finished the season with 20 wins and 14 losses and finished 5th in the MAC with a 10-8 record. BG also defeated Central Michigan in the quarterfinals of the MAC tournament before losing to Kent State in the semifinals. In other news, a hockey forward just got his big break. Spencer Kirsten is the first player from BG Hockey to sign with the professional hockey team this year. Kirsten signed with the Orlando Solar Bears, an East Coast Hockey League and the affiliate of the Tampa Bay Lightning in the NHL. In his only year with BG, Kirsten scored 9 goals, tallied 7 assists, and totaled 3 power play goals with 1 game winner and led the team in face-off winning percentage. The Solar Bears are 31-22-6 and a part of one of the best farm systems in the NHL. Moving back over to the hardwood, the BG women's basketball team has another chance to make a deep run in the postseason. For the second straight season, Bowling Green has made the Women's National Invitation Tournament. The Falcons will travel to Indianapolis to play against the Butler Bulldogs, who went 14-16 this year, losing in their only conference playoff game to Providence. BG is coming off their own first-round exit in the MAC tournament, losing to Buffalo in the quarterfinals round. Tip-off for the game tonight is set for 7 p.m. Coming up in the Community Corner, it's an event all about reducing, reusing, and recycling. It's the return of the BGSU Restore. BG24's Jenna de Blasi sits down with one of the organizers to learn more.
Next week, BGSU students, faculty, and staff will have access to a wide variety of gently used and donated items in a campus thrift sale. But more importantly, this free event reduces the amount of solid waste generated on campus while conserving natural resources through the practice of reuse. Welcome to Community Corner, where we talk to interesting topics with people in the BG community. I'm Jenna de Blasi, joined with former Falcon and current BGSU Campus Sustainability Assistant, Zach Hayes. Zach, thank you so much for being here with us today. This is going to be your 10th Campus Restore event. So what has your experience been like?
Well, I started here at BGSU in the fall of 2022 as a graduate student, and my first Restore event was as a campus sustainability intern. Let me just say, it gets chaotic in there. We have a thrift store, but it's free, and students can come in and take clothes, they can take used items, BG swag. We have all sorts of kitchenware, anything you can think of, school supplies, art, and when it's free, you get a limited amount of things, but let's just say it's kind of that shop till you drop mentality, and it's great because it's repurposing what could have been thrown away by other students.
Yeah, absolutely. And for students who are looking to come to this event next week, what should they bring?
Yeah, if you're coming to the Campus Restore next week, we have 2 openings available. So it's going to be on Wednesday, the 27th, and it's from 12 to 2 p.m. and then from 4 to 6 p.m. And if you're coming, make sure you have your BG ID. Reusable bag is really helpful because we limit you to 1 bag and we don't provide any bags. So definitely bring a reusable bag. And also just bring your friends, tell other people about this because it's the last event of the year and we want to make sure that everyone has a chance to access the freebies that are available and make space for the new donations that are going to come in.
And if BGSU students or staff have unused supplies or items that others could find useful, how could they donate to campus sustainability?
Yeah, there's a couple different options. If you are coming to the event this coming week, then you can definitely bring things with you, but you will have another opportunity that is a much longer period for donations coming up called WIMO. It's when you move out, don't throw it out. So the idea is that when you move out of your res hall, there's 6,500 students roughly that live here on campus. They all have dorm rooms full of things. And we give them the opportunity to not throw them away, but to donate them in the lobbies of the residence halls, the union, and the Greek townhouses. So that runs from about the second week of April until the res halls close. And then you can also, if you are a staff member, you can submit a work order to Campus Sustainability, and we can come and pick up your items as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Zach, for being here with us today and for all the information. And for more information about this event, make sure to visit www.bgsu.edu/campus sustainability, and make sure to stay tuned after the break for the littlest giant making his big debut at the Toledo Zoo.
Well, there's a new baby on exhibit at the Toledo Zoo, and his name is Kirk.
Kirk, an African elephant, is 1 month old, and he made his big debut to the Tembo Trail this weekend. The zoo says as of March 1st, Kirk weighed in at 280 pounds. His mom, Renee, is around 45 years old and reached 8,800 pounds during pregnancy. Zoo officials say both Kirk and his mom are in excellent health and are both able to be seen at the indoor elephant exhibit. However, only 20 guests are allowed in at a time, and guests are asked to avoid flash photos and stay quiet.
Awesome. Well, thanks for watching BG24. Follow us for the latest news on social media at BG24 or online at bgfalconmedia.com.
We'll be back next week with updates from around Bowling Green and Wood County. See you next week.